Hey, it's Suffering Student here, and today we're going to be talking about the FileChooser, which is a tool that allows us to actually pick specific files we want to work with, like with the Windows File Finder system. So first of all, I have a JavaFX application running inside IntelliJ, and I have my sample FXML document connected to Scene Builder, and they'll be linked down in the description to how to connect both. So first of all, you can either just create a random text file, or in this case, I have just created a file by doing file, new file, and a path name from a source folder. So I just created a new file inside my sample package. And right now it is just an empty text file. I will just write some text. There we go. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to be writing some text just to showcase that we later will be able to actually pick the file based on like a file system, based on File Explorer, and we can then use the content. For example, we just get the content from the file and then get it onto some kind of text area. So what we will do first is actually just let's create the FXML part. So I have an empty anchor pane. I will get a button. So when I click this button, I will get the text from the file and put it into a text area like that. So we just use the button and add some code. So on mouse clicked, get text, and we'll just call the text area text area. Not very creative, but it works. View, show sample control skeleton, copy, add to my controller. There we go. Import the mouse event. So now we will create a file chooser. Just call it file chooser equals new file chooser. So this is the one we will access and use to actually choose the files. So what we would like to do first is actually using initialize. So we would implement initializable and implement the methods from initializable, which is initialize, which is a method called once every time the program is done loading. And what we would actually like to do is tell the file chooser where exactly we will be looking for our files. So file chooser.set, and we'll just go new file, and then the specific path where we would like to start, and I will just use the same path as where I put my file, which in this case is source sample. And so what I actually forgot is we actually need to use our initial directory needs to be the specific path, which means we could actually need to click on the text, and we would just like to open it in Explorer. And here we would need to get the full path all the way from our C drive. And this is what we need to put here. There we go. So in the get text, we would access our file chooser dot show open dialog. And we'll just do it in a new stage. So we'll just create like a pop-up window. And this will be the file. So we would like to save it as a file. And let's just call it. So it's just a new file. The picked file will be called file. And we will pick it through our file chooser. So now let's try again. And now there we go. We get the ability to actually pick a specific file. In this case, we'll just pick a text file, and nothing happens because we don't do anything with this text file yet. So what we would like to do is when we get a text file, we would actually create a scanner. Let's just create the scanner outside of the scope of that method, but we'll have a scanner. scanner equals new scanner. And what would we like to scan? We'd like to scan a file, so let's just bring it back in. So we would like to scan the picked file. And we're now told we need to add a try catch block, because there might not be a file and we got a file not found exception. But when we get the scanner, we would like to while the scanner dot has next line. So we'll create a while loop, and then we would actually just like for our text area to be text area dot append text. So we add to the text area our scanner dot next line plus new line. So actually what we get now is when we click our text and open, we get the text from our text document. So that's the basic of our file chooser. Create the file chooser. Inside initialize, we determine where we would like it to start, in which part of our file explorer. And we can then use a scanner to access all the information we have inside our file. And just because it's a simple text file, we'll just go through it and just take it line by line and add the line to our text area. Let's try again. Get a file, oops, get a file, text, and we'll get it in the text area. So that is the basics of the file chooser and how to get a file into our program. In the next episode, I'll be discussing how to then save it again. So how we would be able to get this text. If we edit it here, for example, we would like to have a save button that allow us to save this to either the same file or maybe create a new file. So that's the basics for now. Leave a like and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.